the Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Parade Route. Tonight we have Suzie Hunt from the Slidell Synch. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing great. So I think that we actually saw y'all's first performance in a parade. And correct me if I'm wrong. Moon Pie in 2019, was that y'all's first?
That was not our first, but it was close to our first. That was in October of 2019. We actually had our first performance. We flash mobbed Christmas in the Park or Christmas Under the Stars in December of 2018. And then we slowly moved up from there. So, but it was our first, well, no, it wasn't even our first big parade because that was in St. Patrick's Day that year. But it was during our first year in action.
All right. So how did y'all come to be? You know, I mean, was this sitting around having cocktails one evening kind of thing, or
that was probably involved at some point, but
always is.
It always is, especially around here. But no, where I grew up in Wisconsin, there was always a lawn chair brigade in every 4th of July parade, and I always thought they were the coolest thing. And then moved down here in '94, and I don't know, it was either 94, 95, 96. In the Moon Pie parade, the crew Mona Lisa Moon Pie, they had a lawn chair brigade. And I think it was a bunch of guys from one of the local gas companies, and they were great. I just remember they had Hawaiian shirts and Bermuda shorts, and they had newspapers. And when they would stop the parade, they would just sit down and pull out their newspapers and just read. And it was great. I am a member of Mona Lisa and Moon Pie, and it's always been my favorite parade just for that sort of thing. So I had been wanting to try and do this for a very long time, and started collecting the old aluminum lawn chairs up, and I would put them in the attic so my husband wouldn't see them in the garage. And but I could never get it organized. I couldn't get anybody involved. But after let's see, that was 2018. I actually was Queen Mona Lisa, and we had a blast, and we had a huge group. And once you do that, what you gonna do? Got to do something different. So
right.
I said, you know what? I would like to do this. And a couple of my compatriots from the Moon Pie Parade said, we are ready to do this with you. So 6 of us got together and started organizing in August of 2018.
How many members do you have today?
36.
Oh, okay.
36 marching members. And then we have 5 that help us out, banner carriers and sound people and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that had to be more than you had at the Milkshakers parade the other day.
Oh yes, yeah, that was a short group. That was we had 13 marchers and 3 auxiliary. So that was a short group. COVID hit us hard that weekend, and I almost didn't think we'd make it because we say we marched no less than 12, and because it just doesn't, the routines don't work. Right. And we had 13. So we just made it. But no, COVID that weekend was just knocking us down like pins. And but we're doing good now. We had a good practice last night, and we're getting ready for Mardi Gras.
Do y'all have like a theme that y'all declare each year? I'll be honest, I didn't pay enough attention to notice. Was the lawn chair that you were carrying in Moon Pie in 2019, was it the same chair that you had
it's the same chair, so every member has a chair. Actually, I don't have a chair, I have a stick. I learned the first night of practice of our first ever practice that I actually have a fracture in my back, and so I can't spin a chair. I'll be in bed for a week, so I just have a stick. But everyone gets a chair. That's their chair. They decorate it. Everyone, you can see over my shoulder, everyone gets a camellia because we are the Camellia City here in Slidell. And they decorate their camellia. A lot of them bling them out. And then we decorate the chairs based on the holiday. So right now, everybody's putting Mardi Gras all over their chairs. So, and then we'll do a quick switch 1 week in 1 week to St. Patrick's Day to be in the St. Patrick's Day parade. But each person has their chair that they use all the time. We had a little trouble finding them in the very beginning. But once we did find them, I quickly learned how to re-web them. And so it takes about an hour to re-web one of those babes. And then that's their chair. They for as long as they're with the group. And we use the old ones, the antique or the retro ones, because the new ones are actually made out of steel. And they're about 4 or 5 pounds heavier. And you wouldn't think, from 4 pounds to 8 pounds makes a difference. But when you carry it 3 miles down the road and you're lifting it and doing everything, it's a lot.
It turns into 700 pounds. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I do like how, I don't know, do y'all do this during the parade or at the end of the parade? I saw y'all just kind of get into a round table and discuss the march.
We do that at the end of every performance. We sit down and kind of do a little debriefing. Also, we were waiting for the guys to go get our bus. So Aldersgate United Methodist Church is our sponsor, and because they let us use their hall to practice in, and they also have a 15-passenger bus that when we're going out of Slidell, they let us use. And so we were waiting for one of our guys to go get the bus for us. But no, because it's good when it's fresh in our minds what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to be aware of. Every parade is different, every performance is different, but we just want to keep getting better.
Who choreographs the dances? Is it mostly you, or does each
I've
member
only
come
done
up
one.
and say, okay?
Yeah, I've only done, we do Sweet Caroline with Neil Diamond, and that kind of came to me in a shower one day, and it was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. No, we have, anyone can suggest a routine in the group, but they're predominantly done by 4 people. And 2 of them, Carol Wolfram and Kelly King, prior to COVID, they worked out at Stennis. And when everyone would take their smoke break outside, Kelly and Carol would go into the ladies' room where they had mirrors that they could watch, and they would put songs on their phones, and they would choreograph our routines in the bathroom at Stennis. So it kind of fits our image too. So, but all of our moves have names. Some of them are named after the person that said, "Hey, let's try this." So we have the Bobby, we have the Kelly D, we have the helicopter, we have the wiggle, we do a cha-cha. So all of our songs are choreographed, and we have a playbook.
Oh, wow.
And our members can practice at home, and we videotape our practices, and they can watch them at home on their phones or on their computers, because we only practice 1 night a week.
Okay. What all parades are y'all marching in this year?
Well, it's come and go, because a couple of parades got canceled. So we were in the King's Day parade. We are performing at 2 nursing homes, Oak Park and Greenbrier. Greenbrier actually does a parade through their building. We led their Christmas parade for them. We were right behind the mayor in the Slidell Christmas parade this year. So we did King's Day. Next week we do Oak Park. We perform for those residents. Then we're going to be at Greenbrier Nursing Home leading their parade. Then we're going to be in Covington on Mardi Gras Day for the Crew of Covington parade. Then we were supposed to be in the Crew to Paws parade, but they canceled their parade for lack of members. So that left us a weekend open. Then the week after, 2 weeks after Mardi Gras, we're in the St. Patrick's Day parade here in Slidell. And then the week after that, we are a moving art exhibit in the Slidell Arts Arts Evening. We parade throughout Old Town, and we have a lot of fun doing that.
So, wow, y'all are all over the place then. It's not just, like one and done. It seems like, just alone during the Mardi Gras season, you rattled off, half a dozen different events that y'all are going to be participating in.
And we're all year. So we do the Heritage Fest. We perform in front of the stage or on the stage at Heritage Fest on the 4th of July. We the last couple of years we've done a tribute to Vince Vance and the Valiants at the Monster Mash here in Slidell. That's always on
hair up like his.
We do. We found headbands with hair. And we were able to give extras to the mayor and a couple other city council people. And so, but no, and that's his real hair. It's
I know.
yeah. I know. So we do that. We perform at Bayou Christmas. We are in the mayor's Christmas parade. We're in Moon Pie. They didn't have Moon Pie last year, but we are in the Moon Pie parade. And what else do we do? We also support nonprofits here in town. We perform for free. We've done a craft beer competition. We've done the Safe Harbor Heroes of St. Tammany. We go and we're just the entertainment for different events here in town.
Oh, that's cool. You know, I mean, you're helping out, like you said, you're helping out nonprofits to where, you know, it's an attraction, you know what I mean? For
we're kind of getting a name. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when we saw you all marching in the Milkshakers parade, you know, we immediately remembered y'all from Moon Pie, and you know, we both started chuckling. We were like, yeah, you know.
I had never seen a lawn chair group before. I mean, I'd seen after that, I saw one at a Pelicans game, but you told me that was a separate group, but I'd never seen that before. I just thought that was so creative.
You know? We if you go on YouTube, there's a couple of groups here and there, and evidently up in Washington State there is a group to the level of the 610 Stompers. I mean, auditions, the whole 9 yards up there. I've seen videos of them, but most of the time lawn chair brigades are just groups of people that just want to have a good time and have fun, and it's actually a lot of exercise. We practice every Tuesday from 6 to 8, and on the average night we get about about a mile and a half on our Fitbits, just walking in circles and marching. Yeah. So it's and lifting that chair, we're doing a little aerobic exercise, so it's good for us.
Do y'all have any social media spots?
We do have a Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and we people are very kind to put videos of when we perform on the street on there and pictures for us. So we do that. We also, whenever we get a new member, we take a group picture and put it out there to let people know. But we want people to know that they can call us, and we would love to come and perform for them. We also do flash mob birthday parties. That we do for a fee, but we were trying to figure out some ways to creatively make some money, and someone said, well, we could go perform for somebody's birthday. So bless his heart, there was a young man named Cameron who was turning 21. And his aunt hired us, and we flash mobbed him at the Blind Tiger here in Slidell, and we passed him. We marched in, we passed him, and he thought, and he was very sweet. He was, he was kind of clapping with us and like, that's nice. And we turned around and we surrounded him and finished our show. And at that point, he was dumbfounded. So, but he was a good sport, and we appreciated it.
That would be a sight to see coming in, like, what is going on here?
Yeah. We usually ask permission. Sometimes we just flash mob. Sometimes we just if there's a dry time, when there's not a whole lot of scheduled events, we will just say let's go into Old Town, and we kind of have our volunteers. We've got some nice sparkly turquoise flags, and they block traffic for us, and we just do a flash mob through Old Town in Entertainment District, and just to keep in practice. And also our theme is we want to I've lost my theme. That's terrible. We want to have fun and make people smile. That's our motto. And so we like doing that. And people will come out of restaurants when they see us or hear us coming. And we're a very compact group. I mean, our speakers can fit in a wagon. And our sound guy, Mark Smith, is great. And he's got it all on his phone. And we can go, we're portable. We can go anywhere.
I noticed that you're wearing y'all's costume, that to the lack of better words, like a bowling shirt.
It is a bowling shirt. It's the Hilton brand cruiser bowling shirt, turquoise.
How'd y'all come up with the uniform and the colors?
Well, turquoise was real popular that year, but also there had just been a book out called The Turquoise Table, and it's all about being in community and reaching out and being in community with people. And turquoise, like I said, was a popular color. I happen to really like it too. But we wanted a uniform that anyone shape and size can wear. I'm a big girl, and I wanted to be able to be comfortable. And so we have everyone from Lisa, who's 4'10", to Carolyn, who is almost 6 feet tall, and any size wide. And so we wanted something that we could get in a variety of sizes, but also that people would be comfortable wearing. And I know why a bowling shirt? I don't know. I mean, we could have. One nice thing is we can get them in a variety of sizes. We can get them fairly easily, and they're modest. I mean, that's an old fashioned word, but they're just comfortable.
Yeah.
And then we the rest of our uniform is our visor, which one of our member blings for us, and then black bottoms, pants, capris, leggings, shorts, whatever the person is comfortable wearing, as long as it's black, we're good.
Do you have open membership, or are you looking for any other people, or how do people
we do have an open membership? Well, all we ask is that they come to at least half the practices, they have a good attitude, and that they are able to walk. I know that sounds crazy, but we walk everywhere. And if you have a foot problem or something, it's going to be real difficult. But you have to be in good physical shape, and you just have to want to have fun and not take yourself too seriously. Coordination is not required. You saw us perform. We do a lot of improvisation. When it hits us, we try our best. We are an award-winning synchronized lawn chair brigade.
Oh yeah.
But I want people to have a good time rather than being perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's when they're going to enjoy themselves.
Well,
so we did.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's okay.
That's your routines to me always seem like you're in good sync together and everything. I mean, the couple of times we've seen you,
thank you. I appreciate that. We try real hard. And it is muscle memory. And a lot of our routines are similar, and we just have to, but we always have new people coming in. So we did say for the month of January would be open. We had an open house every Tuesday night, and people could just come in and just show up, and we give them a chair and let them try it out. And if they wanted to join us, they could. And we had 8 people join. So I was real excited about that. But we take members at any time. So in any time, in any parade, there could be somebody who picked up a chair 2 weeks before at the back of the line. But that's how we grow, and that's how we're going to just keep diversifying our group. Our ages are from 30 to 72. Where we've got, moms, aunts, single people, we're widows. I mean, we're kind of all over the place. But it has also been a really great way to meet people that you normally would not have met in any other kind of group or social group or church group or anything like that. It's people come to this group for a variety of reasons, and it's good to hear. It's good to see. But yeah, we have had. But anytime somebody wants to come in and join, they can. We don't do it just once a year.
You seem like a very tight knit group, though. I mean, just like I was saying before, with how y'all get into that circle and kind of just discuss amongst yourselves. I mean, I see everybody just giggling and laughing with each other. It seems like y'all are all friends.
We are, and that comes very, very naturally. Some of the people in the group that you saw in that circle have been with us since day one. Some of them have been, just a couple of months, but people seem to just fit together, and the whole idea is we want to entertain people. We want to make them feel good watching us, and we want them to smile. And it's we all carry business cards in our pockets. And if you can see somebody on the side of a parade route who is so into it and is so much enjoying it, and then you just kind of see a spark and you go, that's somebody that wants to do this. And so we'll just go up to them and say, we practice on Tuesday nights from 6 until 8, and we give them a card. And we've gotten members that way. Because, sometimes people just want to be invited. They're not going to volunteer, but if you invite them, then they feel welcome. And that's what we want to do.
Well, as you know, we have a similar method of getting people to come on here. Hey, here's a card.
Here's a card. And I still have it in my phone. So it's good. But I'm glad you did. I actually thought you were somebody's like brother that because a lot of times family members are come to the parades to watch their sister or their mother or their grandmother, and I thought you were just family standing there. Otherwise I would have come up and said hello earlier. Sorry.
Yeah, I knew one of y'all's members from years ago. We worked together, and when y'all marched past us, I waved at her, and then when y'all were sitting around, I went over there, and I don't think she recognized me at first, because since the last time that she saw me, I've grown my beard. So she was like, who's this scary looking guy over here? And I was like, hey, But
we really enjoy what we do. And we have a good repertoire of songs. Anyone can suggest a song. And like I said, anybody can suggest a routine, and we hash them out, because some things look good on paper, and then when you try to move, your feet can't do that. So we adjust them. And but just when you get out on the parade route and people are cheering, and we also usually have every parade a couple of slightly intoxicated people who are having a really good time, and they want to join in with us, and we let them, and then we send them home. And but it's exciting. My daughter carried the banner for us for the Christmas parade, and she was quite a bit ahead of us, and we got bogged down. And afterwards she says, Mom, she said, first off, I was standing there, we were waiting on you guys, and I heard this lady talking about you, and they were talking about the lawn chair brigade, and they hoped you were going to be in the parade. And then she saw our banner, and she goes, I think that's them. And then she was so excited. It's like, that's exciting to us. That is exciting. But yeah, when someone yells out that there's the lawn chair brigade, we are happy to hear that.
Yeah, like I said, when we saw y'all, a week or so ago, when at the parade, and we both immediately started chuckling, and we were like, yeah, it's the crew from
well, we do enjoy it.
Do y'all do any kind of like I know some of the dance and march groups, they'll do like royalty per se for each year. Do y'all do anything like that?
No, we're all pretty even.
I mean, you carry around a stick though, so I assume you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Yeah, sometimes. Well, it's funny with the new people. They say, "Well, what does Suzie do?" Because they notice at the practices that I don't swing a chair, and they go, "She holds the stick, and you just follow it, and then it's all okay." But it is kind of like an oversized baton but I'm doing the same moves. I'm just not twisting. I just can't twist like they can. But no, we don't have any royalty or any specialties. It's just us. we but we also take care of our members as well when people have been ill. We've actually had one of our members passed away, and we showed up with her chair at her memorial service, and her daughters were very excited about that. We didn't perform. She actually asked us if we would, and I said, well, we didn't think that was going to be what you would want, so we didn't bring music. If we had music, we would have done it for her, but and Karen would have loved it, but we were on the subtle side that day.
Are there any dues to join the group?
They do. There is, and that's one of the things that we try and keep low. We to join, which is the dues, the chair, the your shirt, your visor, and that's it. It's $82.
Oh, that isn't bad at all.
No, we really do try and keep down, and then our dues are $20 a year. But like last year, we didn't collect dues because we weren't able to go a whole lot of places.
Yeah.
So, but we have, to pay for gas for the bus, and some parades will give us a small stipend for appearing, but most parades we have to actually pay to get in.
Yeah.
So, $65 to the St. Patrick's Day crew, and, but they got to do their insurance and that sort of thing. So it's, it's understandable. So that's where our dues, but no, we are probably one of the most economical marching groups you can get. And also we try to be inventive. During COVID, we couldn't meet a whole lot. We did a lot of Zoom practices. But we also tried to meet a need in the community. And one of the things was the nursing homes and the assisted living places were they were starting to get down, especially after about a year. And in talking with some of the people at them, they said, what can we do? And they said, well, if you could just perform for our residents. I said, but we can't go in. So we set up nights where we marched around the buildings. And so people could look out their windows or they could stand in the doorway. And we just marched around the parking lot and marched around the building a couple of times. And that was a big morale booster, and they loved it, and we loved doing it for them. And we've been in quite a few parades of that kind. And that was good. That was good.
Yeah. I speaking from experience, I know that when you do visits and special functions for nursing homes and assisted living homes, things like that, that the residents are extremely appreciative, and they really get enjoyment out of it. That like you said, especially last year when they were on lockdown, to where they couldn't see friends and family. So to see, a sign of joy, walking past their windows and walking past the entryways and things like that, I can definitely see where that would be uplifting to their spirits.
Well, I think they enjoyed it, and we love doing it. One of the other interesting things that we did last year, if you've heard of, I'm sure you did a story on it, the crew of house floats.
Yes.
So they had the virtual Mardi Gras parade, and we were their first group to give them a video. And what was crazy about that is they said, well, here's the song, and you've got to do a routine to this song. And we said, okay, we can do that. And so we worked up a routine, and we were ready to videotape it. We were supposed to videotape it that week. And we get the word from the organizers that the city of New Orleans said the video has to reflect the restrictions in the city. So your video can't have your group together. You have to be separate. And I'm sure you've seen some of the videos.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we're not video people. We are marchers. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
And, Mark Smith, our audio guy, said, I can do that. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, but everyone's going to have to do their own thing. So we did, we cheated a little bit, and about 8 of us got together one Saturday so that he could videotape us, because I said, it's not going to happen. I can't do this. So, so we all were separate, but he videotaped each of us, and then everybody else in the group had a video done at home and sent it in, and he spliced it together. It was the best mashup anywhere. It got over I think it was like 1,500 hits the first week.
Wow.
And we were really, really excited. We're not the flamboyant groups out of New Orleans, and we don't try to be. We try to be the fun group. But if you get a chance, if you go on YouTube, it's still on YouTube, and just the house party with Slidell Synch, and it was great. We enjoyed doing that. We had a little we did get together and had a little opening night party to see the video, and that was fun.
That's awesome. That it's really cool to see. We've through the interviews that we've done, we've gotten to talk with several of the different crews, and it's cool to hear the origins and how the dances come together, and the different ideas related to each individual group. And y'all are just like it, to where it's great to hear I would say new and inventive groups coming about. I mean, like Kirk said, we had never seen anything of that kind really here in during our Mardi Gras explorations. And to see
and we go to everything.
Yeah,
so
we go
we
to a lot of
seen it,
parades.
nobody has seen it.
Yeah, I heard you hit every parade every day, so that is great.
Yeah,
Yep.
we generally in the 40 to 45 parades by the end of the year, every year. So we probably see more than I mean, I would have to assume we see more than anybody.
Anybody. I mean, you might.
We go to as many as humanly possible, really.
Yeah.
So
Well, I really hope that after that, once things settle down just a little bit more, that a lot of the crews that could not march this year will be able to do so, because we would like to be in those parades again. Pursuit here in Slidell, we had planned on being in Pursuit, and it was not able to organize. Moon Pie didn't go last year, and you know what, those Royals need their parade, and we want to be with them. So yeah. Well, and you said something, you asked something about themes. We don't we decorate the chairs for the holiday or the event, but our music usually goes with the theme. So if it's the crew of Mona Lisa and Moon Pie, that is usually now in October. And so we do Monster Mash, we do Superstition, we do September. September is one of our standards now. And St. Patrick's Day, Mark always throws in, what do you do with a drunken sailor? Which is not nice things. And it's way too fast, but we usually can do it a couple times in a parade. And then of course Christmas, we do stage numbers, and we do marching parades, and of course 4th of July is good. But this year our Mardi Gras songs are Mardi Gras Mambo and Iko Iko, and so we've been working hard on those.
Well, I look forward to seeing y'all during the Mardi Gras season here, and beyond the Mardi Gras season with the miscellaneous parades and events that y'all do. I'll definitely be keeping an eye out.
Well, great. Well, we post where we're going to be as much as we can on Facebook. We don't have a website. None of us have time for that, really. But I just saw someone just texted me that we have a picture and a notice in the Times-Picayune today. So nice. from the King's Day parade. So that was great.
Awesome. I'm assuming that it's facebook.com/Slidell Synch.
If you go to Facebook and you put in Slidell Synch, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how all the slashes work, but yeah. If you just search for Slidell Synch, you'll get to us.
Okay.
And if anybody wants any information, they can private message us there, or they can call me or send me an email, and we would love to talk to them and invite them to come on over.
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
Yeah, a lawn chair.
A lawn chair.
them.
Yeah.
There you go. We're cheap. We're $40. So
Oh,
it's
hey, all right.
yeah.
Book it.
Well, I don't know. Metairie might take a little mileage, but yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
here in Slidell, we the first one we ever did was actually we kind of did it as a practice. One of our members, her daughter-in-law, does all the logos and the crease cuts and the lettering for our shirts and things. And it was her birthday, and it happened to be a Tuesday night. So we said, okay, let's give this a shot. So we I wanted to say downloaded. We hauled over to her house, parked down the street, got out, started the music, and we started. And she happened to live on a cul-de-sac. Well, the greatest thing, two things. One, she loved it, and it was good. We get to her cul-de-sac, and the house next door is getting a new roof, and the roofers all stopped and just watched us and cheered for us, and they thought it was the greatest thing ever. And then as we're leaving and we're marching back down the street, and we're still doing our routines, we look over, and there's this little old man in a walker in the doorway of one of the other houses, and he is just clapping for us. And that's what we want to do. We just want to have fun and make people smile.
Yeah. And like I said, y'all definitely did that for us. We really enjoyed seeing y'all perform, and I definitely look forward to seeing y'all perform a lot more during the Mardi Gras season throughout the year.
Thank you. We will.
Yeah. So we want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Well, this was good. Thank you.
Yeah, we've had a blast. Signing out. We'll see you on the route.
Excellent.
Bye.
While you're strolling New Orleans, you ought to go see the